Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, you've probably seen by the title, we are saying goodbye to my car. Now, we're not getting rid of it today, it's still 2 days time, but this is basically going to be probably the first and last video I'm going to do with my car. So seeing as it's gone, I thought it'd be right just to do a little kind of send-off video. Now what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to give it a quick clean now, take it to my secret location and just basically give you guys a show around the car and kind of show you maybe like a slight review of the kind of 2 years I've had it and just explain maybe why I'm getting rid of it sort of thing. So that's all that's about, let's get going. Okay guys, so it's now all clean, but I mean, when I say clean, I mean we just gave it like a quick once over just this video because like I said, it's gone 2 days, 3 days. So you'll see what's coming in a video in the future. Probably going to be on Pablo's channel first, but I'll do a proper video on it here. So then, this is a 2016 Audi A5 Black Edition Plus 230 Quattro TFSI manual. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So I bought this car new from factory, spec'd it myself and done everything to it. Now basically I can't afford this car, so obviously it's on finance. I mean, you'll probably find that with most people and most people's cars, but it's on finance because no way I could have afforded something like this, but I wanted something like this. So in terms of speccing it, obviously Black Edition Plus, the Quattro, 2 litre TFSI engine rather than the bog standard, I think 1.8 TFSI. I actually downgraded the wheels because the ones you got on the Black Edition Plus were like a high gloss with a silver trim around the outside. It just looked a bit too aftermarket. I much prefer these on the car. Plus these are much easier to clean because I've had gloss black alloys before and they're a nightmare, and especially the roads we drive on, there's lots of dust, so they look very matte very quickly, and these ones were fine. Folding wing mirrors, because that's something I had on my BM which I did really enjoy. Just you know when the car's locked, like when you look at the car from the front or the back, whatever, you know it's locked because the wing mirrors are tucked up, and there's just something like, it's just something small, but basically that's the only extra I put on it, actual optional extras. So the Black Edition Plus to the normal Black Edition, this bar that goes along the bottom here, this gloss black bar, that actually is normally white, and even on the old Black Edition it's white as well. So this one I think is much smarter with that, it looks so much more aggressive. Around the back as well, I do believe that this here is just kind of like a grey or like just a normal black. I don't think it's actually gloss black on the normal Black Edition. So the gloss black around the windows, gloss black wing mirrors, gloss black skirt on the bottom here, and you've got all the gloss black on the inside, steering wheel, center console. Obviously it's got everything that an S-Line does, so the flat bottom steering wheel, full leather seats, Bang & Olufsen sound system, built-in sat nav. Yeah, to be honest guys, this car, it's absolutely gorgeous and I absolutely love it. I mean, I spec'd it completely myself, and the reason I wanted to was just because it was just gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And you get a good finance deal on new ones over second-hand ones. And because the Black Editions were only been out for, well, Black Edition Pluses had only been out for about a year, not even that. They were really hard to pick up second-hand at a reasonable price, so you actually got better deals on a new one. So I've had it 2 years now, and you're probably wondering, why the hell am I getting rid of it if I love it this much? Well, to be honest, mainly the dog. That's going to be the main reason. But to be honest, so when I bought this car, list price about 38,000 now. That's a lot, like I said, a lot more than I could afford, which is hence why I financed it. I had a lot of money saved up. I basically put a big deposit into it to keep my monthly payments down because I had a little Fiat 500 beforehand, which that one there. So basically the whole value of that car, because I'd bought that car, just went straight into the kind of a deposit on this. So for a car like this, I was paying £350 a month, which is not a lot at all for a car that's almost 40 grand. So the boot's an absolute mess at the moment, but the main reason is we can't get Pablo in the boot. Obviously he's been sat on the seats and stuff. I still need to clear this car out of everything that needs to be cleared out of it, because obviously I'm getting the new one soon, so it's gonna have to go in there. He's been sitting in here, he's been sitting on the seat, we've had him in various different places, and it's not particularly the best. But before we got Pablo, I was kind of already falling out of love with this car. From the outside, this is spectacular. Even when you're sat on the inside and the interior, it's very Audi, it's very luxurious, it's very nice. But to be honest, when I was paid 40 grand for a car, I was expecting to love it, just to completely love it. Now whenever I walk towards it and whenever I walk away from it and I have a look at it from like here, it's spectacular. I love it, I fall in love with it every time I look at it. But when I'm driving it, when I'm in it, and when I've been on journeys and stuff, it is just like, I'm blaming myself for this. It's not the car's fault, I'm blaming myself because the way I spec'd it, the combination of stuff I bought was probably just the worst combination of stuff I bought. 2 litre petrol engine, 230 brake horsepower, so it's quick. It's not the quickest, but it's quite quick considering. Now, it's nowhere near like S5 kind of quick, but it was similar price. So I was expecting something a little bit punchier. But because it's still kind of up there on power and speed, uneconomical, very, uneconomical. I've averaged about 22 to 25 miles to a gallon in this car, which for a car that isn't a sports car is ridiculous. I was expecting a lot better than that. So it's been costing us a lot on fuel, like a lot on fuel. And when looking at stats, I could have got an S5 and been getting the same mile to the gallon, but had a way quicker car. Now going to the S5, the sound this car makes from the interior, I've never really heard it from the outside, so can't honestly say what it sounds like from the outside, but it is so quiet. Sitting on the inside of the car, it doesn't feel like you're driving a sporty car at all. I contemplated an exhaust for this car probably about 3 months after buying it. I was very close to getting one at one point, but like I said though, I'd kind of fell out of love with it, so I didn't really want to touch it and do anything to it. I was going to put some red brake calipers on it and get it looking more S5-y, sit the wheels out a little bit, put some spaces in, but thing is, it's a sports coupe and it screams sport from the outside, but inside, it's just not. And I wouldn't mind if it didn't look the way it looked. If this was just like an A4 or maybe even a sportback version of this, I'd have probably been fine, but the fact it's a sports coupe and it's almost got the performance, not got the sound, it's got the uneconomical side of it. It's kind of like, I'd rather have just got something actually uneconomical but genuinely quick. It's alright on insurance though, so don't get us wrong, that was quite a good thing. Because I got this car at 21 and it only cost me £500 now. In the UK, that's low. Like normally people are paying like £1,700 for stuff like this, so that was actually incredible. No, I prefer to have like a proper drive in my car, and getting a manual was a kind of thing of, you know, I'm only young, I want to keep driving a manual, I want that experience before everything goes automatic. And that meant the car didn't have any kind of driving modes, which meant it didn't have like an eco mode or a sport mode, so it was basically just sport all the time, which meant that's exactly why it's uneconomical. So if I'd got this in even a 2 litre diesel, a 3 litre diesel, or even a 2 litre petrol automatic, it'd have been so much better. But yeah, when you've paid that much money for something to kind of not be in love with it as much as you thought you would be, I don't know. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, and it's a gorgeous car, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to have this car, but I just think it kind of underwhelmed me in terms of what I thought I was going to get to what I actually got, and that's purely down to me speccing the car completely wrong. I should have spent that little bit extra money and either got an S5 or the 3 litre diesel in an automatic, and I think I probably would have kept this car a lot longer. Obviously the practical side of it, we kind of fixed the boot in terms of getting Pablo in and out, but even something like parking in a car park, because it's got the big doors and it's a wide car, getting in normal car parking spaces is a nightmare. I'm that person that parks either miles away or across 2 spaces, because I'm not getting this thing damaged at all. That there's like a normal gap you'd have between spaces, and this is the door open on like 1 click. Now if you come on this side, it's actually a really tight space to get in, because you have to stretch really far and struggle to get in, and same with getting out. Like you've got a full-on sliding out, which for me as a young person, I'm quite flexible and can get out, but me as a 5 foot something, but I'm not a tall person, so stretching out of that is sometimes a nightmare. As well, being a petrol, it gets horrible marks around the exhaust here, which again I was going to change probably when I was going to decide on doing the exhaust. But yeah, you can't, for the life of me, I cannot get this off. It looks awful. You can't really pick it up here, but when you see it in real life, you can. But honestly, I'm going to be so sad to see this go, and I am really like upset that it is going, because this is a car that I'll see on the road and be like, that is gorgeous. But like I say, it's a sports coupe, it's a sporty coupe, it's not a practical car, and I need a practical car now. It's not very economic, and I'm going to need a car that's going to be good on the motorway, because I'm going to start doing stuff for YouTube, and I'm going to start doing stuff for Pablo. You know, we want to be traveling, we want to be going places, we want to be doing a lot of things to entertain you guys, to entertain ourselves, and going in that is a nightmare. You can't, suitcases, the dog, anything. It's time to change, and unfortunately it's got to go. But I feel like I've been really negative about it in this video, which I guess I kind of have, because they're the reasons I'm getting rid of it. There is loads of reasons why I wouldn't want to get rid of it and why I love it so much, but I'm basically only saying the bad stuff in this video, so yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. The next video should be us picking up the replacement to this. Now, I haven't told any of you guys what it is. I have put a hint on my Instagram, so you can go check that out, and you'll understand from what I've said in this video why exactly I've upgraded this car. Actually, I'll show you that now here in case you haven't got me followed on Instagram. So yeah, considering what I was saying in this video, you can understand, maybe understand now. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy the video, do drop a like, comments down below. Peace out.